Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Apex Racing TV. You join us here at the Sebring International Raceway for another round of the BSR MX5 Monday Cup. My name is Ryan Walker, and alongside me is Marco Barbanero on the cameras. And yeah, Marco, it looks like tonight should be great fun, especially with the MX5 around Sebring. And I think it's correct me if I'm wrong, I think we're using the full layout.
Absolutely, we are. Hello everyone, and yeah, we are using the full layout, and I'm sure that most of these drivers know this particular layout really well because they are practicing for the upcoming 12-hour race in 2 weeks, not this Saturday but the next one. So, and it's one of those tracks, really, Ryan, that I think it's where the laser scanning really shines and makes the difference, because Sebring has got a very distinct surface with many bumps, nooks, crannies, and also every corner has got just a little bit of banking that really the laser scan makes it stick from a regular, what we were used to back in the day with regular made without no laser scan, no tracks that were not laser scanned. So yeah, and of course the MX5s are really great to drive everywhere, and especially here. So I think we are in for a beautiful race night, and qualifying for this first one is almost over. So yeah, let's get a little bit of racing action on your screens as we see some new names, some old names, and all of them will be taking part in this very exciting race. Of course, Ryan, we are a big fan of endurance racing. I guess you can agree with me because you've watched many endurance races over the years. You can always hear the drivers, the real life drivers before the 12-hour race, say that 12 hours at Sebring are much more tough than 24 hours at Daytona.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, as you say, Marco, I've watched the various endurance races and also series as well. But yeah, Sebring is one of those tracks that even though it's not a 24-hour race, most of the drivers say it's very demanding, not just physically on the drivers, but also on the car as well. Because you've got so many bumps around the track. It's just it punishes the car big time, and it's basically the car gets punished big time as well, and also in real life as well in the past, and also I think at the start of this year or towards the end of last year, teams were coming to Sebring to do a tire test as well, but also in the past the Audi LMP1 team has came to Sebring to do testing as well to put the to test the car to test stuff like reliability and also make sure the car can survive 12 hours around here just because of the bumps, and as I say, the car just takes so much punishment.
And also, we are getting in just a few weeks the real life 12 hours, which will be part of a double header with the WEC. And instead of doing only one race like I think it was in 2013 that they had American Le Mans Series race, and in the same race they were running against the WEC competition. So they effectively had one big race. This time they will do 12 hours of Sebring on Saturday, if I'm not mistaken. On Sunday they will have a WEC 1000 kilometers special event. So I think it's going to be a fantastic 2 days for our endurance racing fans.
Yeah, absolutely. I think it should be a great weekend having both series running on the same weekend. It's just unfortunate they couldn't try and get both series to race in one day. But I guess with both series having different classes, you could say, with the DPIs and the LMP1s, I guess it couldn't be doable. But yeah, nevertheless, 2 days of great racing from both series. I'm looking forward to it, and I'm looking forward to watching it as I guess you are as well, Marco. But tonight it sees the Mazda MX-5s race around here, and in the full layout as well. It produce. It should be interesting, but great racing at the same time.
Absolutely, and we have so many iconics corner. This one, of course, we are seeing right now with Alex Rivet. Sunset band, luckily for these drivers, at least in this first race, seems to have a nice cloud cover, so they won't be bothered too much by the low angle of the sun in that corner. But we will see what the weather has for us in the other two races of the night. I'm expecting a night race, some maybe in the last one. One of the best tracks to race at night is one of Sebring International, so we will see. As also, like we said, long straights, but honestly, Ryan, there are all kinds of different corners around here, so I think that it's really a track that puts the driver and the machine to the test. And with such a big field, we'll have then a clearer idea when they grid how many drivers are going to race effectively in the races. But it's those first few corners, especially the left-hander at the very beginning of the lap with that wall on the left side that I know really well because I've crashed there many times. So it's going to be tricky because if one guy hits that inside wall and bounces back on the track, it's going to be super tough to avoid a spinning car there.
Yeah, absolutely. With Sebring as well, you've got the back straight as you head down to turn 17 or the final corner. What's the sunset bend? You've also got the home straight as well. And then you've kind of got that long or that kind of straight, which is not really straight, heading down to the hairpin. So there's plenty of places to try and make a move, or there's some passing opportunities. As I believe that qualifying is in the books, and we will get the grid up on screen for you in a few moments' time.
Exactly. I will use these precious seconds to make the iRacing script a little bit smaller because apparently I forgot, and so it doesn't, get in the way during the broadcast. I think that we are just waiting. You are right, for the session to switch over, and it looks like it's going to be Sergio Moura in pole position in front of a very you know. Uh, Nice returning name, Martin Plowman, who had won race one last week in Interlagos. And yes, here we go, Ryan, with the starting grid.
Yep, the grids is popping up on your screen right now. Sergio Muro takes a pole position on his return to the series. Martin Plowman continues where he left off last week, continuing his good form and good introduction to the series by qualifying second. Third place is Edward Raprag. I can't say that name. I'll just say Edward. Is Alex Rivet qualifies in fourth. Dan Blake qualifies in fifth. Pete Van Gogh qualifies in sixth. Nick Harwood qualifies in seventh. Eighth place is Ben Sharp. Ninth place is Sam Akan. And qualifying in the top 10 is Sam Baxter with Graham Sersford in 11th. David Ayres qualifies in 12th. 13th is Craig Jones. 14th is Mikey Key. 15th is Carl Hardy. 16th is Mick Barry. Good to see Mick back again after his health issues. 17th is Edward May. 18th is Anthony Ainsworth. 19th is John Moore. And 20th is Simon Wotton. 21st is Pierre Duoni. I think I pronounced that right. 22nd is Sam Hensley. 23rd is Alex Cherney. 24th is David Hampson. 25th is Steve Hereford. 26th is Kip Stevens. 27th is Adam Team Boss McNally. 28th is Dale Benison. 29th is Benjamin Mears. 30th place is Chris Condor. 31st is Marcelo Padzanen. 34th is Thiago Campos. 33rd is Pete Newman. 34th is Thiago. I say that again. 33rd is Pete Newman. 34th is Thiago Campos. 35th is Cesare Rizzo. As we get ready to go for the lights, I'm already out of breath.
Yes, here we go, Ryan. Then it's going to be 15 laps, and here we go. 15 minutes, of course.
As the lights are away and away we go for race one. As Sergio Muro gets a great start, but Martin Plowman gets a bit even better. He's trying to go around the outside into turn one. No! Thought he was going to come across in there as they head into turn. Plowman takes the lead into turn one. Alex Rivet is into second, and Edward is in. As the old car's
Oh,
off in
big
the
junk in
background.
the back. Big junk in the back in the first corner. Ben Muse, I think, is involved. No, he's not. Pierre Dion, then David Ayres also going slow. Raprager, the Euro V8 driver, is losing positions and is pointing in the wrong direction. So all this means that Martin Plowman has a nice start over the rest of the field as Blake, his teammate, is now in second. Rivet and the pole sitter Moura now in third, battling with Rivet for that second position. Third position, sorry.
Absolutely, as Martin Plowman's opened up a bit of a gap as they head down into the hairpin. The hairpin, Dan Blake's into second. Sergio Mura is down into third place, and Alex Rivet. Yeah, just apart from those issues in turn one for several people, it looks like most everyone else has managed to get through lap one so far relatively clean.
Yes, and like I said, also back in the pack some battling semi-can. Craig Jones, Carl Hardy, Graham Sesford, all very close together. Then there's a gap between David Ayres and Ben Muse. You can see leading the second pack, basically. The guys that had to stop for that first corner wreck, I imagine. Let's go back to the fight for second place, because as you can see, Martin Plowman has pulled away just a bit, and now Dan Blake, his teammate, has to defend from Sergio Moura as they go basically towards the end of the first lap.
Absolutely, as we're right on board with Sergio Mura at the moment, currently sitting in third place, and he's right behind Dan Blake. And I think I wonder if he'll try and get a slipstream off of Dan Blake. But at the moment, as it stands, Marco, it's a Fury Sunsport 1-2.
It really is, and I think Alex Rivet might have the best chance of trying to go for a move here in Sunset Bend, even though it's never easy. He goes for it regardless.
Ooh, leave room, boys. That was very. That was a nice optimistic move by Alex Rivet there. I thought he was going to plough into the side of Mura. Mura managed to hold it on the outside and keeps the position.
He really does, and I see that Blake has been able to close the gap on his teammate as once again battle for P3 with Moura and Rivet still side by side, Sharp waiting in the wings. Oh, someone went straight into the wall there in the back.
Yeah, I was about to say someone went into the wall, just went straight on into the
wall
in the background. Oh, it's Nick Harwood. There's it seems just as we look at a replay of Nick Harwood riding on board into turn one, and it looks like he might have just lost it on the bump. Oh, he does lose it. He does lose it on the bump, and he just had no control, and that was him into the wall. As we look back up at the front at the top three, and Martin Plowman has been caught by his teammate Dan Blake, and Sergio Mura is waiting in the wings with Alex Rivet just behind him. It's excuse me. Yeah, it's still really relatively close at the start of the race, Marco. I thought there would have been like one pack getting away from the other cars behind. But yeah, I'm just looking through the field, and it looks to be relatively close still.
Yes, I think that even when Plowman ran away in the very beginning of the race, like we say many times over in this broadcast, the slipstream effect in this car is so big that especially in Sebring with all these long straights that you can see on the track map, it's super tough to run away, and this is a thing that we really like, because this means close racing and exciting finishes, and the top four are still extremely close to each other. 1 second between them, if I'm not mistaken, and like I said, Ben Sharp is there waiting in the wings, Sam Baxter also, then Semi-Can, Craig Jones, etc. All these guys waiting for a possible mistake of the leaders, as maybe Blake goes for the move on his teammate.
Yep, it looks like Blake's going for the move on his teammate as they head down into turn 17 into Sunset Bend, and it looks like Plowman might have...
Oh,
contact behind!
Massive hit from Rivet, who then hits the barriers. He smashed into Plowman and couldn't make the corner. Remains to be seen the amount of damage that Plowman might have. Rivet is of course out of the race. Let's jump on board with Martin Plowman. He's holding his steering straight, which is a good sign. But that was a massive hit on the side.
Yeah, that was a very. I have to say that I have to place the blame on Rivet there. That was just a way too much speed into the corner and just an over optimistic move as we look at the replay. Yeah, Alex Rivet just carried too much speed into the corner and just about wiped out Moura. And unfortunately, unfortunately, Rivet just ploughed into the side of Martin Plowman. No pun intended. That was just too much speed from Rivet, and just unfortunately contact was made, and luckily Plowman managed to get away. But yeah, for Alex Rivet, that was the car's kaput.
Yes, exactly. Not going to start again. He jumped back to the pits. So it's Moura and Blake. Moura on the outside here. Now is the inside, of course, as they prepare to go on the hard braking zone. And it seems like Blake has been able to keep the position so far. But this is going to be, I think, a matter of time until Sergio really goes for it. Especially, I think, in the backstretch, he might have a crack.
Yeah, it looks like just watching Blake and Moura at the moment, they've managed to pull away from Plowman a little bit and build up a gap after Plowman had issues with Alex Rivet. But it's still good to see Plowman still going. I think he's just got some damage on the door, I believe, and luckily the incident with Rivet hit Plowman in the door and not in the front wheels. Otherwise, Plowman could have had maybe got major steering damage, but he was lucky to get away with that.
Look at the slipstream working in favor of Moura. As you can see from this beautiful camera shot, I think he's going for it in Sunset Bend.
Yep, Moura's up the inside into Sunset Bend. Dan Blake try and do a switch back because Dan Blake's still getting a good run on the exit of the turn 17 as they head down to turn 1 across the start finish line. As Dan Blake try and go for a move back up the inside into turn 1. Let's see. Will Dan Blake try and break late? Yes, he does.
All the top 5 guys at their personal best in this lap, which is also, of course, good news for Martin Plowman. It seems like his car, even though it's damaged, is not that damaged, as these two guys keep battling. And I think if they keep doing like this, Plowman himself will get back into the fight for the lead very, very soon, as we are already halfway through this first race of the night, which means we are having fun since time is going by so quickly.
Absolutely, I was about to say I can't believe we're already 8 minutes into this race, and it's just Sebring as Moura runs wide a little bit, but he manages to get the car turned back into the corner. Yeah, I was about to say, as you say, Marco, time flies by when you're having fun, and it's as one of the automatic cars gets sideways on the exit of the hairpin. Who was that? That was
Mears, I think.
Benjamin Mears. As we look back through the field, and currently, there's not much going on apart from this battle up at the front between Dan Blake and Sergio Moura.
Side by side once again, Ryan. But Moura as the outside, so no chance he's making a move there, but I think he will have a good exit.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm just watching in the background as well. These guys scrapping away. It's these guys scrapping away is doing is allowing Mr. Plowman in the background to slowly but surely close on the gap in these two, and maybe with maybe in a lap or two's time, or even before the end of this, before the end of the backstraight head into Sunset Bend, Mr. Plowman could potentially close the gap on these two guys.
Absolutely, and now you see on the bottom right hand of your screen the gap dropping, and Blake is covering on the inside. Yep.
Blake's holding the inside line. He's trying to make Moura go around the outside, but Moura thinks better of it, and Moura's trying to do a bit of a switch back and get the run on the exit of the final corner. He's got a brilliant run. as both of them go across the start finish line, who's going to play chicken and break first? Will it be Blake? Will it be Mura? Mura's on the outside. He's going to try and go around the outside into turn one. Can he get the move done? No, he can't. Blake's got the inside, and Blake will have the inside for turn.
Brilliant stuff between these two guys, as yeah, Blake is able to complete his defense, but you can see from this shot here, Martin Plowman is back in the hunt for the race victory, and so despite his damage, he's lapping almost 2 seconds per lap faster than his two opponents at the front of the pack.
Absolutely, yeah, Plowman's closed the gap back down to these two. I'm just thinking, Marco, with Blake and Plowman being teammates, is Dan Blake possibly trying to back Mura up into Plowman so Plowman can try and make an attack, or is it just a simple case of Blake and Mura battling away and allowing Plowman to close back up to these guys?
I think it's not being done on purpose, but if it would be very important for Blake to have an ally as they are side by side there, and Moura takes first place. For Blake and Plowman, it could be super useful to have each other's back, especially if they can somehow oval racing style push each other into the final part of the race. As I think Plowman is about to pass his teammate, who I think lifted a bit there, or just had a little bit of a problem.
Yeah, I'm not sure what happened to Blake. Maybe he was just letting Martin through. Maybe Martin's the quicker driver at this point, and maybe they're thinking if you go in front, Martin, I can try and get some slipstream off you. Yeah, I'm not sure what's happened to Blake. Plowman's just pulled away from his teammate by a little bit.
I think I saw him coming out of the corner and just move out of the way and lift. So unless he made a mistake, it's quite possible that these two are playing some sort of strategy. But with 2 minutes and a half per lap, I'm confident to say that we are getting into white flag range. It's going to be very, very close because yeah, it's 12:35 laps time, so this should be the last lap unless I'm making a major mistake with my calculations. And so far Plowman hasn't been able to close the gap on Moura.
Yeah, I'm quite surprised that Blake let Plowman by though. Thinking about it, I thought Blake Plowman, but they have closed the gap back up to Moura, and now we see in the broadcast. I wonder if Plowman's maybe just giving Blake a slipstream, and they're working together to try and close the gap with Moura. But I think it's under braking that they close the gap back up to Moura as they head down to the hairpin.
And also, Semi Khan is about to join this fight for the lead. I don't know if he will have enough time, but maybe especially when you do some crazy moves, last lap moves, you lose so much time that, and maybe sometimes on contact, that guys in 4th, 5th place might even fancy their chances at a crazy win, as we are getting back to the fast part of the track with Plowman and Blake half a second away from the race leader Sergio Moura.
Yeah, absolutely. As just looking at the timer, I think we've got just under 1 minute to go, and I think it could be the last lap. Well, it's going to be close as Plowman tries to make a move up the inside of Moura as a head into the twisty section before the back straight. Plowman goes for the move, and that was very, very good, optimistic driving by Plowman. He dived up the inside, but left just enough room as Blake goes for the move on Plowman.
Is this the final corner of the race? We will know very, 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 very soon. But a great move on the outside by Sergio Moura to defend himself from Plowman and take back first position.
Yeah, absolutely. As we head down into the final corner, this is going to be close. This could be the final lap. I think it's going to be close. I believe this is the last lap. So yeah, it looks like Sergio Moura is going to take the win in the final race. Oh,
No, we're having one more.
No.
One more.
left.
Hopefully they put enough fuel in the car.
Yeah. As Dan Blake goes up the inside or tries to go up the inside of Mura. He's up the inside of Mura into turn one. Oh, leave some room, boys. As yeah, Dan Blake's trying to go up the inside. Who's going to break late? It was like, yeah, both of these guys are not giving up, Marco. This is absolutely fantastic to watch.
Oh, and Ican has joined the party as well.
Oh, Plum went up the inside of Mura. Ooh. So it looks like we've got a four-way fight for the one.
That MX5 reminds me a bit of the Caterham F1 days.
Ooh.
Green and yellow.
As Khan gives a Khan gives a Plowman a nudge, and I don't think it was intentional. It was just a misjudgment of speed. As looking at the gap with Dan Blake and Martin Plowman, Blake is slowly building up a gap to Plowman, and I think Plowman's going to be a sitting duck. As Plowman defends it inside, and yeah, Akan tries to get the switch back and just about does it, but Plowman's managed to hold the position again.
Crazy stuff here. These amateurs are really putting on a show. Nice dummy there by Ican, and now he has a better exit. Will he have enough room to go for a move on Plowman as Blake is running away in the distance?
Yeah, Dan Blake has just managed to take the lead, and he's running away with it. And he's just said, "See you later, boys. I'll leave you to scrap for the." I thought there was going to be contact there. Can Plowman get a better run on the exit of the corner in the back straight? I think that damage is costing Plowman a little bit in the straight line. As we're on the last lap, heading down to the final corner, which is Sunset Bend. Plowman's that damage for Plowman, I think, is costing him in a straight line, and Mura's on the attack with Plowman, tries to go on the outside into the final corner. Is he going to try and get it done in the final corner? Plowman defends the inside, but yeah, Dan Blake's coming up to the line to take the win in race one after a fantastic recovery to finish to take the win in race one, and fantastic drive by Dan Blake. Akan finishes in second, Mura in third.
Look at this!
Finishes fourth. Whoa!
Daytona was yesterday, guys, but I'm happy with a repeat of that, you know?
Oh.
As we see Efford, Hampson, and I think that is Anthony Ainsworth. No, that's a lapped car joining these two as they go past the start-finish line with Efford finishing in P12. And as we wait for all the other guys that are pretty much spread out to get to the end of their race, I think we can go back to the green flag and see what happened there, because that was an interesting start, to say the least. Oh, somebody had a false start there, one of the resort clothing guys.
Yeah, I'm just watching the replay.
I think it was
now.
David Ayres, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep, I was indeed David Ayres, and yeah, just watching the replay as I head down to turn one. Is it good to be? Please don't say it was the result clothing guys collecting each other again. As a
It was.
Mick Barry, what are you doing, son?
And then chaos ensued, of course.
I think we need to think of a new team name for result clothing, since they seem to get caught up with each other all the time. I believe we should call them result clothing Red Bull Racing. As
on Mondays they don't seem to shy away from contact with each other, you know. But I mean, that has been one of the you know, recurring themes of this Monday night series, and that is teammate running into each other. I have to say that Blake and Plowman still are, you know, in the clear, but is it going to last? We will know in a bit, as we are still waiting for some drivers to cross the start-finish line. Okay, now they are all home and safe, and I think we can go through the race results for race one.
Absolutely. As just wait for the results to come up on screen now, which they are. As Dan Blake takes the first race of the evening and takes the win. Second place is Sam McCann, finishes in second. Third place is Sergio Mura. Fourth place is Martin Plowman after a fantastic battle at the front with Dan Blake, Sam, and Sergio. Sam Baxter finishes in fifth. Benjamin Mears finishes in sixth. Seventh place is Ben Sharp. Eighth place is Carl Hardy. Ninth place is Edward Praga. 10th place is Craig Jones. 11th place is Alex Cerny. 12th place is Steve Herford. 13th place is David Hampson. 14th place is Anthony Ainsworth. 5th place is Edward May. 16th place is Pierre Dione. 7th place is Dale Benison. 18th place is David Ayres.
Oh yeah, sorry.
That's okay. 19th place is Nick Carwood. 20th is Graham Sessford. 21st is Mick Barrett. 22nd is Simon Wotton. One lap down was Kip Stevens. 24th is Mikey Keat. And I believe the rest of the field was unclassified or ended up retiring.
Yeah, exactly. There were so many massive casualties in the first lap, plus some of the drivers used this only as a practice session and then decided to not race. So, which is good, especially if they are pro drivers. I think the more amateurs we have, the better. But yeah, race one has been very, very nice, Ryan, and I cannot honestly wait for race two, who is due to start in just a bit.
Absolutely. Yeah, we're just going to go for a commercial break right now, everyone. And yeah, make sure don't go away. And also, while you're waiting, if you're not doing anything, the World GT Series is taking place at the moment on the iRacing esports network by Marco, I believe.
Absolutely, yes, and it's still done by us at Apex Racing TV, but on the bigger stage of the iRacing Esports Network. Part of one of many, many double headers that we have almost daily, I think, on Apex Racing TV now, because Monday double header, we have Wednesday double header, Thursday double header, and sometimes, like this Saturday, a Saturday double header. So if you like GT cars, you can switch to the Racing Esports Network. If you like the Mazdas, stay with us and we will be back, I think, Ryan, in 10 minutes, no?
Absolutely. Yeah, don't go anywhere, guys. Make sure to tune back in for race two, and we will see you in a few moments' time.
Growing up as a kid in Oklahoma, where I'm from, the Chili Bowl is the biggest race that we have. The Chili Bowl has kind of been my favorite race of the year. Growing up a dirt racer in Oklahoma, that's kind of the holy grail.
Can Nikolai Bogotayev hold on to that lead? It's Guy Croft alongside him on the front row. And away we go here at Phillip Island for race 2 of the evening. And it's an awesome start. Who is that? Guy Croft is in the lead of the race currently. Britton O'Brien in second place. Damon Gansak got an awesome start. So poor start for Nikolai Bogotayev though. And so round turn 1. It's all very, very close between those top 3. Jamie McKnight trying to get involved as well. He's moved up into 4th place. It's an awful start for Bogotayev.
Oh, Johnny Brandon, where is he going?
Whoa! And it's the championship leader, Johnny Brandon, off the circuit. He's dropped right to the rear of the field, just further up. That's Foggy going side by side with someone. It's also side by side potentially the 2nd position. Doman Gantar trying to get the move. Jamie McKnight's all over the place, and they could be 3 wide. And there's a car on the grass somehow not making contact with the Jazz going through the hairpin. It's a crazy start. Jamie McKnight has moved up into 2nd position now, 2nd in the championship, and whilst his main championship rival is in the grass, he's made an awesome start. Foggy just leads.
Oh, there's crash, there's a big crash.
Oh dear, the leading two.
Croft and
It's
McKnight.
Croft and McKnight. What an incredible start to this race. And they are both in the grass. And Jake McKnight, just as it looked like he could make up a whole heap of points on Johnny Brandon, just made a bit of contact, avoidable from both. And it leaves Brenton O'Brien in the lead of this race.
They didn't hold off with their, the gloves were off because they were beating and banging, as Bingham also has got some trouble. He's dropping fast, and now we have a three-way.
Cracknell in the lead.
Cracknell is in the lead, and look at that, because Foggy still hasn't gone around O'Brien there, and Gantar is in fourth, Mass is in fifth place. What a fantastic start. It's all happening.
What's a lap from Michael Cracknell? He's gone from fourth
Foggy!
to first, and Foggy is nearly off the circuit. He might still pull off the move though. This would be incredible. Trying to push him off, and there's more contact. And O'Brien is off the circuit. He's going to get a slowdown, and this could be really costly for him and Foggy, because around the outside goes Damon Ganser, surely to take second position in this race. Side by side through the final corner, and across the start-finish line they go. This is an incredible first opening couple of laps. It does mean that Michael Cracknell has got a 2-second lead, but they're side by side. Brenton O'Brien versus Damon Ganser. Brenton O'Brien started in third position. He had an awesome start, but Ganser is trying to get the move done. He can't get it done. He can get it done. O'Brien down into third position as we see more cars off in the background. I think that's Pocataro.
I think it's Jackson, and we see, oh no, crash again.
Hello everyone and welcome back to Apex. Join us in qualifying for race 2 along with me and Marco in the booth. Marco, I have to say, race 1 was absolutely fantastic to watch, especially that battle for the win with the top 4 cars on the last lap.
It was great fun, a lot of close racing, and in the end it was Dan Blake who was able to get it, just a little bit of a gap in the final lap, thanks, I'd say, to the lead pack from 3 cars becoming 4-car lead pack, and the battling between P2, P3 and P4, that is what helped Dan Blake just a little bit he needed to get away from his opponents. Also his teammate Martin Plowman was dealing with some damage to his car, but all those guys really played a fantastic part in what was, I say, a beautiful race 1, and race 2 is right around the corner, so who knows what might happen. The sun is a little bit more prominent in this second race, it seems. We'll see if we get the night race in race 3. I would be very disappointed if that wasn't to happen, because this track is fantastic with night racing, a proper endurance track. So Ryan, I don't see Sergio Moura in the starting list, so
I'll let me have a look at live timing. Sergio Moura, I can't see him on the live timing.
So we might have some new faces at the top of the pecking order in the second race. Nick Hardwood and Edward Rappager are having a nice qualifying session so far, sitting in first and second. Alex Rivet, of course, wanting to redeem himself after that lunge and in Sunset Bend, which compromised Martin Plowman's race and pace and ended his own race, because he hit the wall on the left side of Sunset Bend very hard and couldn't continue. So far Dan Blake is in 7th. We also have Sam Baxter do we see another Fury Sim Sport car with Sam Baxter? Oh yes, so another of the teammates of Blake and Plowman, and so I will very quickly put his name down in the team list, so the nice graphics can show for him as well.
Yeah, I have to say, Sebring, I'm quite looking for iRacing the Tuesday series for the Mazda MX5, and Yeah, I think with a lot more cars around here as well, with the field being so bunched up and so close, I think tomorrow we could be in for also some mayhem as well with not unsurprisingly, but I think we could be in for some mayhem and some crashes. As I think, excuse me, I forgot what I was going to say now. I'll as it. Oh, I think I just seen one of my teammates out on track.
I think it's
Uh,
Brian Holmes,
yeah,
one of,
Mr. Holmes.
one one of the professionals in this series, and I have to say that these Excite cars look absolutely great.
Yep, that was. I have to say most of that has to be most of the paint jobs are done by my team boss Adam McNally. So yeah, he always does a good job in the scout on the paint jobs, Adam. As yeah, we're just currently looking at the pole position holder at the moment as it stands. Nick Harwood is. Yeah, we're just waiting for excuse me, just waiting for qualifying to come to a close. But also, while qualifying, while we wait for qualifying to come to a close, if anyone's watching and you're interested in joining the BSR MX5 Monday Cup, all you have to do if you're on Facebook is apply to join the Monday Cup group, and then yeah, once you're into the group, just look for the session on a Monday evening, and just yeah, you're more than welcome to join. So if anyone's interested, just do that. If I think if Marco, if you can, if possible, if you can post a link to the group on in the chat, that would be appreciated.
Exactly, I'm looking for it right now because apparently here you go. The group is called MX5 Monday, and the link is in the chat right now. It's only 2 quid per race. You don't have to commit for the full season. If you like a track, just join and race. I think we have the final race of the season in 2 weeks in Bathurst. I don't know honestly the race between this one and Bathurst, but we are having so many nice tracks around all around the world in this season, and this week especially on Apex, Ryan, we are racing in many historic tracks. We are racing of course today, tomorrow and on Thursday at Sebring. We are racing in the Le Mans series at Le Mans on Wednesday. We are having tonight and on Sunday. Tonight is the World GT, and Sunday the Apex Racing League Renault 3.5 is at Autodromo Nazionale di Monza. We have of course many historic tracks, and Saturday we have also the Euro V8s in Imola. So if you like historic tracks, you are in luck this week because we are having basically all races around these historic places. And the World F3 is in another great track which I don't remember at the moment, but it's there.
World F3, I'll have a quick look since I've got the YouTube channel up. World F, that's I thought it was on the YouTube channel, but I can't see it. I'll need to have a quick look of that for during the break for race three. But yeah, the as qualifying is just coming to a close, and yeah, once qualifying is in the books, we will take. Excuse me, as I just about cough on the stream by accident. As yeah, just waiting for qualifying to come to a close, and we will take you through the grid in a few minutes' time. As yeah, is there anyone that you think we should keep a lookout for in race two, Marco?
I tell you what, Edward Aprager has recently debuted in the Euro V8 Supercar Championship. He debuted in this season and is already a force to be reckoned with in that championship. He's just missing a bit of consistency, I'd say, but he's absolutely quick. And of course, starting in the second row, he should be an easy pick. Also, another driver for Fury Simsport, by the way, so I will have to add him as well to the overlay. And of course, Nick Hardwood, the pole sitter. So easy predictions for me, but I think that they are reliable predictions, even though anything can happen.
Absolutely. As yeah, we're just advancing to the race, so we will take you through the grid. As yeah, Nick Cardwood takes pole position for race two. Qualifying alongside him is Edward Rapraga. Third place is Alex Rivet. Fourth place is Dan Blake. 5th place is Ben Sharp. 6th place is Martin Plowman. 7th place is Sam Baxter. 8th place is Graham Sesford. 9th place is Steve Hefford. 10th place is Benjamin Mears. 11th place is Carl Hardy. 12th place is David Ayres. 13th place is Craig Jones. 14th place is Anthony Ainsworth. 15th place is Mikey Key. 16th place is Edward May. 7th place is Mick Barry. 18th place is Dale Bennison. 19th place is Simon Wotton. 20th place is John Moore. As I lose my place in the grid. 21st is David Hampson. 22nd, Brian Holmes. 23rd is Massimiliano Cherubin. 24th is Kip Stevens. 25th is Adam McNally, and that is your grid for race 2.
Yes, we are just waiting for a couple of drivers to join us on the grid. And then we will start this second race of 3 for this evening. Just a few seconds left.
Yeah. Oh, sorry, Marco.
No. The excitement is building. I think that Steve Efford, being a pro, will start from the pits. So will Brian Holmes, and I think also Adam McNally. So we are just waiting for the clock to hit 2 minutes, and then the countdown to the green will start.
Absolutely. Just waiting for the lights to come on now. There's someone's in the pits. Just waiting for the lights to go out, and we'll be underway for as in by Nick. And a good start, and right behind them is Dan Blake in 4th as they head down to turn 1. I think will Rivet be a little bit more
As Discord, I think, is playing up a bit, so as we go through the first few corners, it's Arwood and Raprager maintaining the status quo. Alex Rivet for Year 1 Racing is in P3. Then Ben Sharp, Dan Blake, Sam Baxter, Martin Plowman, Ben Muse, Carl Hardy and Craig Jones. So we have a decent amount of Fury Sim Sport cars in the front of the pack. And Alex Rivet, of course, Year 1 Racing in 3rd. As you can see, we had a little bit of a problem just at the beginning of the race. We will go back to that as soon as possible, as also Edward May is having an issue and is pointing in the wrong direction. We go back to the front of the pack. We have Raprager defending very hard from Rivet, who is also under pressure from Sharp in the back.
Rivet's trying to make a move. He gets an excellent run on the exit of the corner, and he gets a good run on the Rapraga, and head up side by side, I should up into the S's, but Rapraga manages to hold a position, but just behind the Rivet is Ben Sharp and Dan Blake.
Let's see if Rivet has learned from his mistakes in race 1. He's got a Fury Sim Sport car in front of him and a nice tasty opportunity for a move into Sunset Bend.
Yep, absolutely. As they head down to the final corner, I think Rivet was Rivet's trying to go up the inside. He carries a lot more speed into the corner than Rapraga, but Rapraga manages to hold second position, but Rivet has to keep an eye. Got a big bunch of cars behind him.
Yes, many cars behind Rivet, of course. You can see now from the rear from the gearbox view of Alex Rivet there. He's got Sharp, Blake, Baxter and many others following him closely. By the way, last week we were at Interlagos in race 2. Carl Jacolet won, and it was of course the first official race meeting for this new team Year 1 Racing, and of course, they got a win in their very first night of racing, and Carja Colette got a nice pair of flip-flops from their title sponsor year one. So, man, I won many races and never got a pair of flip-flops, so I'm a bit jealous, I have to be honest.
Yeah, I was about to say I did see a picture of those. I did see a picture on Instagram of those flip flops, and I have to say I was quite impressed by them, and I liked the way they were designed with the colours, and yeah, yeah. I was about to send them a message and see if I could get a pair of Apex Racing TV flip flops as Rivet tries to go on the outside. As yeah, maybe Alex Simpson can sort us out with some of them. But anyway, back to the action as Rivet tries to make a move on Praga, but Ben Sharp is trying to make a move up the inside of Rivet, and Sharp manages to make the move.
Great action once again as maybe Raprager can pull away now as Rivet and Sharp are fighting it out. The yellow and grey car with the white and lime green and pink car, as of course Dan Blake waiting in the wings and still a bit hiding, I think, from what is like his normal pace is Martin Plowman down to P8, fighting it out with Ben Muse, Carl Hardy and Greg Jones. As Rivet, I think, got a slowdown.
Yep, Rivet's got a slow down. He is going to lose a ton of time in some positions, but he has to be careful rejoining in front of the oncoming pack. As yeah, Martin Plowman tries to make a move up the inside of Ben Mears as he head into the final corner at Sunset Bend. But Mears is trying to do a cutback, but Mears is under threat from one of the what says that's just my head's all over the place looking at the accident, but yeah, they're looking at the Mears. Mears tries to go around the outside, but Plowman manages to, Plowman has the inside into turn one and manages to keep the position.
Great pass there as we go back to the front because Raprager is trying to close the gap on Harwood, but also trying to defend hard from Ben Sharp, Dan Blake, Baxter and Plowman himself, as Anthony Ainsworth is losing many positions and not a good start of the race for the year one racing boys. Also Rivet is off. Please tell me that didn't happen.
Yeah, I was going to say, I wonder if there's been contact between those.
Apparently not, but
as we're just looking at a replay of one of the Result Clothing guys, and it was contact with Mikey Key.
And then Rivet, I think, went off on his own.
And then, yeah, Rivet just decided to go for some World Rallycross action on the gravel at Sebring. What's I have to say, Marco, as much as strange as it sounds, I would like to see a Rallycross track at Sebring.
Oh yeah, I mean, it could, you know, they don't lack the space, so they have many acres of land available, I think, around this place. Of course, a former Air Force base in the days of, you know, World War II, and now just a normal regional airport, which, if I'm not mistaken, keeps working during the 12-hour of Sebring days.
Yeah, I was about to say, I believe it still operate
yes.
even on race day. So yeah, that's quite cool. As we're riding on board with third place Ben Sharp at the moment, and he's keeping the two leaders in front of him in sight. He's managing to maintain the two Edward Rapraga, and Nick Harwood. As we look back at the two Result Clothing cars, and also Carl Hardy, I think went outside into turn 17.
Look at this close pack of cars as they run through the start-finish line again as Alex Rivet heads for the pits.
As Rivet's in the pits. As Craig Jones tries to go for a move up the inside of Benjamin, but Benjamin manages to keep that position, and yeah, good hard Marco.
Great racing, and waiting in the wings is Graham Sesford, which, by the way, they say in the chat, Ryan, if you want flip-flops, ask Graham for them. So just have to ask to him for informations about the flip-flops.
Yeah, I was going to say if you do any what's that thing called, Marco? Is it Hello Kitty or something like that?
Yeah.
If you do Hello Kitty flip flops in pink, then yeah, I'm a happy boy. As yeah, anyway, back to the accident. But what? I swear I'm a danger to myself. But yeah, as we look back up at the accident and looking at as we look at Craig Jones getting sideways and it's Carl Hardy, sorry, getting sideways as Carl Hardy gets sideways and it gives Ben a chance to try and get a run on him and regain that position. But right behind him as well is Craig Jones. So yeah, Ben Mears is in a result clothing sandwich.
And it seems like he's having a good run. He didn't have a good race one. I think he lost a lot of time because he wanted to avoid he had to avoid that big crash, and now with a great move on the inside he gets the position on the result clothing guy.
Absolutely, that was a great move by Benjamin. Benjamin, he managed to get that move done, heading into the heading onto the back straight. Yep, great move by Benjamin. He managed to get the car slowed down and up the other side and moved on. But Carl Hardy's got a run in Benjamin, and I wonder if Carl Hardy will try and make a move into Sunset Bend. As just looking at Graham on board with Graham Sessford as well. He's right behind him as well, and he's kind of thinking, "Come on, boys, collide with each other and let me pick up some positions as I head onto the home straight." And yeah, Carl Hardy's got a run in Benjamin, and I wonder if he'll try and go around the outside or try and maybe slow down enough and just try and do a switch back.
See the accordion effect in every corner, especially when they are so tightly bunched. If the first car breaks hard for defending, then everyone gets basically compressed, and then it's free for all in terms of trying to get the best position possible to make the overtake in the when the next opportunity comes.
Benjamin's still managing to hold that position, and Carl's right behind him, and right behind Carl is his teammate Craig Jones. As we look back up at the front of this battle for the what position is it? The lead. Sorry,
battle for the lead, effectively, yeah.
As this part at the beginning, I think we've got a 1-5 battle for the win. They're starting to form. So I believe as well they've got about two laps remaining, I believe, Marco.
I think so, more or less. Even though you see they actually crossed the start finish line 5 seconds after the average lap time they were having, more or less, and still iRacing gave them one more lap to do in the end. So we will know, I think, around the final corner of next lap, more or less.
Absolutely. As we head to the S's again, heading onto the back straight. Currently, it's still Nick Carwood leading this race from in second. Ben Sharp is in third, and looking at the other cars behind them, this pack is starting to slowly but surely bunch up, and I think this is going to be an absolutely fantastic battle right down to the last lap for the win. And as the two result clothing cars are going side by side on the back straight, and yeah, it looks like behind them is Simon Watson, I believe. I'm just looking at the chat as well regarding the flip flops. Apparently, or Corden, I should say. Come on, Ryan, get your words out. Campbell Z-Tech, he can design anything you want. Oh, nice. So yeah, I'll definitely contact Graham at some point and see what he says.
I was thinking about getting 1050 Barbanera flip-flops the other day, so we might contact them.
Cool.
I might give them a call as well in a few weeks. Speaking of Fury Sport cars, I mean, look at that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Fury Sport cars in the first 6 places, with the only one not being a member of this team. In the front of the pack is Ben Sharp, who must feel really surrounded by all of these gray Mazdas.
Absolutely. As a yeah, I was just about to say as well. Mr. Sharp is basically in a Fury some sports sandwich. So yeah, it's kind of is it basically. I guess if you're betting Sharp, what do you do? Do you just decide to defend your position, or maybe just try and go for the win as well? But yeah, just looking back up at the front as well. Nick Hardwood is absolutely driving a fantastic race, but looking at Craig Jones, defender from Graham Sessford for P8 as yeah, Sessford tries to do a switch back, but also behind Sessford is Carl Hardy. So we're going to go. I think he was thinking about it.
Let's see if we get one more lap or not. We will know for sure if at the final corner we get the checkered flag on the top left of the overlay. This is the final lap. Otherwise, we have to go for one more. Harwood and Raprager, first and second.
Yep, Raprager's got a run in Harwood is ahead, and Raprager going to do it. He's going for the move up the inside into the final corner. I think.
One more lap.
Yeah, one more lap to go. As I was just looking at the timer, and I think they'll have 10 seconds remaining after when they cross the line. So yeah, one more lap to go, and this battle for the win is going right down to the as yeah, Hardwood manages to hold the position into turn one, and he's managed.
Oh, Sharp is off.
Sharp is off. As we're just looking at the replay to see what happened, I wonder if it was contact into turn one. Is it going to be? Is it going to be contact? Nope. It looks like Sharp just lost it on the bump.
And you see, when you lose the car in that position, you basically get a pendulum effect, basically. And Mikey Key also having some issues out in the gravel. But we have a fantastic battle for the win. Now it's basically Fury Sim Sport versus Fury Sim Sport versus Fury Sport. It's 5 of them fighting out for the race win.
Yeah, it's Plowman's got a run on Rapraga as it's head down to as Rapraga tried to squeeze Plowman a little bit, but Plowman's up the inside and he takes a position, and it looks like there's a Fury Some Sport 1, 2, 3 Marco.
At the moment, yes. I guess it's going to be a first because unless something crazy happens, they're going to have a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The closest rival possible is Ben Muse, but he's 6 seconds away from the lead, which is effectively being 5 seconds away from the entire leading pack. As Nick Harwood is in first, Blake, Plowman, Raprager, Baxter.
Raprager's trying to make a move. Sorry to cut you off, Marco. Raprager was just trying to make a move up the inside of Plowman. But yeah, Plowman manages to hold the position, and I think Raprager's trying to do a switch back onto the home straight, but Plowman's got a run on his teammate Dan Blake. Is no, there's no team orders, I see.
Apparently not, as they get for the final time in this second race of the day into Sunset Bend.
As Hardwood's into the final corner to take the win in race 2, but Plowman's up the inside of Dan Blake. Dan Blake is down to third, but it's going to be a Fury Sim Sport 1, 2, 3, and Nick Hardwood takes his first ever win, I believe, in the series, and he crosses the line as Plowman just gets second at the line, and Blake finishes in third, I should say. Oh, I thought Watson Carl Hardy and Graham Sessford battle out in the final corner.
What a fantastic race once again. Very, very exciting finish. A bit sad for Ben Sharp because he was there all race long, and then on the basically what was the final lap, he had this mistake in the first corner, losing the car. And as we see, Craig Jones had a fuel miscalculations. That's the best guess I can have for this very very slow moving white and red result clothing MX5.
It's like Craig Jones is getting his teammate to give him. I thought May was going to plough into the back of the back of both of them there. But yeah, Mick Barry is giving Craig Jones a push round to the finish. That's a good sportsmanship.
Hopefully they don't. It's not easy to do bump drafting in this car, so hopefully they don't wreck. As who's behind them? Simon Watton. Yeah, is he closing in on them? He is.
Yeah,
I
he's
think Mick
closing in.
Barry needs to.
Come on, Mick, push him harder. As Watton is coming around the back straight, and I think he's going to gain the position. I think.
Let's have a look from the gearbox camera of Mick Barry. He should be able to make it.
Oh, it's going to be close.
Final corner for Watton.
Oh, they're going to make it.
Oh, that was exciting, almost as the race win battle that we just had, and that brings a closing to the proceedings of the second race of the evening. Of course, remember we have one more race left tonight, and I think we are ready to give you the official race results.
Absolutely, as we're just waiting for just waiting for results to come up on screen now, and we will take you through a few of the results. As Nick Cardwood takes his first win in the series, I believe. I was about to say Nick Plowman. I mean Martin Plowman finishes in second. Dan Blake finishes in third. Edward Rapraga, Edward finishes in fourth. Sam Baxter finishes in fifth to make it a Fury Simsport 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So yeah, quite impressive. Benjamin Mears finishes in sixth. Carl Hardy in seventh. Graham Sessford in eighth. Brian Holmes in ninth. Mickey Key finishes in 10th. Dale Bennison finishes in 11th. 12th, Alex Rivet. Kip Stevens finishes in 13th. Edward May finishes in 14th. 15th is Craig Jones. Mick Barry finishes in 16th. Simon Watton finishes in 17th. Ben Sharp finishes one lap down. David Ayres finishes in the Safe Effort finishes in 19th. 20th is David Ayres. 21st is David Hampson. 22nd is Anthony Ainsworth. And I believe the rest of the field either retired or it was not classified.
Exactly, yes, and we are now just waiting for the next session to come up. I think the race will start in around 10 minutes, and hopefully it's going to be a fantastic night race. It's going to be a fantastic race regardless. We had very close finishes and battles for the race win, and not only for that, until the final lap tonight, and I expect nothing less from the third race of the night.
Absolutely. We're just going to go for a commercial break now, but don't go anywhere. Make sure to rejoin us for the final race of the evening, which is race 3. And while you're waiting, if you're looking for something to watch until we come back, make sure to check out the World GT series on the iRacing Esports Network, which Apex Racing TV is broadcasting as well. So something to keep you occupied, and make sure to tune back in and make sure to tune in for race 3, and just as Marco says, tune in for a fantastic night race.
Growing up as a kid in Oklahoma, where I'm from, the Chili Bowl is the biggest race that we have. The Chili Bowl has kind of been my favorite race of the year. Growing up a dirt racer in Oklahoma, that's kind of the holy grail.
Can Nikolai Bogotayev hold on to that lead? It's Gary Croft alongside him on the front row. And away we go here at Phillip Island for race 2 of the evening. And it's an awesome start. Who is that? Gary Croft is in the lead of the race currently. Brenton O'Brien in second place. Damon Gansak got an awesome start. It's a poor start for Nikolai Bogotayev though. And so round turn 1. It's all very, very close between those top 3. Jamie McKnight trying to get involved as well. He's moved up into 4th place. It's an awful start for Bogotayev.
Oh, Johnny Brandon, where is he going?
Whoa! And it's the championship leader, Johnny Brandon, off the circuit. He's dropped right to the rear of the field, just further up. That's Foggy going side by side with someone. It's also side by side potentially the second position. Damon Ganter trying to get the move. Jamie McKnight's all over the place, and they could be 3 wide, and there's a car on the grass somehow not making contact with the drivers going through the hairpin. It's a crazy start. Jamie McKnight has moved up into second position now, second in the championship, and whilst his main championship rival is in the grass, he's made an awesome start. Foggy just leads.
Oh, there's crash, there's a big crash.
Oh dear, the leading two.
Croft and
It's
McKnight.
Croft and McKnight. What an incredible start to this race. And they are both in the grass. And Jake McKnight, just as it looked like he could make up a whole heap of points on Johnny Brandon, just made a bit of contact, avoidable from both. And it leaves Brenton O'Brien in the lead of this race.
They didn't hold off with their, I mean, the gloves were off because they were beating and banging, as Bingham also has got some trouble. He's dropping fast, and now we have a three-way.
Cracknell in the lead.
Cracknell is in the lead, and look at that, because Foggy still hasn't gone around O'Brien there, and Gantar is in 4th, Mass is in 5th place. What a fantastic start. It's all happening.
What's a lap from Michael Cracknell? He's gone from
Oh,
4th to
Foggy!
1st, and Foggy is nearly off the circuit. He might still pull off the move though. This would be incredible. Trying to push him off, and there's more contact. And O'Brien is off the circuit. He's going to get a slowdown, and this could be really costly for him and Foggy, because around the outside goes Damon Ganser, surely to take the 2nd position in this race. Side by side through the final corner, and across the start-finish line they go. This is an incredible first opening couple of laps. It does mean that Michael Cracknell has got a 2-second lead, but they're side by side. Brenton O'Brien versus Damon Ganser. Brenton O'Brien started in 3rd position. He had an awesome start, but Ganser is trying to get the move done. He can't get it done. He can get it done. O'Brien down into 3rd position as we see more cars off in the background. I think that's Pocataro.
I think it's Jackson, and we see, oh no, crash again in the back.
Car.
Whiting and Brandon.
Oh, wow. Oh, there's still
Terrible.
changes for position in 2nd position, by the way. We should just cut to this, I think, quickly. O'Brien has got back, and Foggy's trying to get the move as well. So O'Brien, is in 2nd position. He's somehow caught back up to Gantar, and Gantar's lost another position here to Foggy, has he? Yes, he has. So Gantar, from a really strong 2nd position, he's lost it again. Yeah, Jackson trying to get that move currently on Alex Mass in 5th position.
Jackson is around. Oh, he saved it maybe, yes, but he's losing a lot of time.
Brian is giving Michael Cracknell a huge helping hand for potentially his first race victory of this season, because he is now 4 seconds out in the lead. Back comes Nicole Foggy though. Down the inside, he's going to have the outside for the next one. They're going to be so deep on the brakes here, and Foggy is all the way round. Can he just push him off ever so slightly? Brenton O'Brien, because Foggy will have the inside for the next corner if he can't do so, and Foggy is going to have the inside for the next corner, and Foggy is up into 2nd position now.
Oh, Klusterman, Gantar. Gantar is around. Klusterman went into the grass, lost a couple of positions. No damage for him, but Gantar lost. He's down to P15. Man, Sam, the action is non-stop in the 2nd race. We need a split screen, absolutely.
Yeah, a few screens, don't we? That was, whose fault was that? Gantar just spun ahead of policeman, to be fair, and wasn't a whole lot he could do. It does mean that Alex Mass, remember, in his first ever feature race is running in P4. What a performance this is.
Big damage from Tony.
What's happened to him again?
I think he got some damage from that contact there. Oh, his teammate pushes him out. Oh man. Wow, it's all happening. We are only 6 laps in, and we see now Mass in 3rd place on the inside of the 1st corner. Fantastic move by Mass on O'Brien.
Oh, Warming's got ahead of O'Brien, sorry.
Yeah, O'Brien, I think he's in the grass because his name is flashing in red.
Oh dear.
Yeah, he's spun around.
Oh, that's so annoying for Brenton O'Brien. Has Warmingham gone and hit him here? I wonder if he has. Oh, was there a little bit of a tap there? I'm not quite sure. If there was, then it was very innocent there from Richard Warming.
So yeah, I mean, halfway through the race, 16 of 32, I think if they are changing tires, this is the moment that they are...
Hello everyone and welcome back to Apex TV. You join us for the final race of the evening, race 3. at Sebring International Raceway. And yeah, Marco, I have to say, race 1 and race 2 has been absolutely fantastic, and I think we could be in for a cracker in race 3.
Absolutely. We had two awesome races, and this one will be even better, I think. Final race of the day, so everyone wants to go home on a high. I'm expecting these drivers to all they can to get good result, and waiting for tomorrow for those that are racing tomorrow, or of course for next week when we go to the penultimate race of the season. And it's not a night race, but I'm seeing a very nice sunset, even a lot of clouds. So yeah, we are getting a little bit of that night racing vibe, even though I don't think that the lights will come on. But yeah, we are currently towards the back end of the qualifying session, and right now it's once again Rapragen and Hardwood first and second, but this time in opposite order from the previous race. Even though we are still waiting for some of the drivers to finish their lap times. For example, Mick Barry is in the final corner right now. Will he get provisional pole or not? I don't think he will. It's 28.8, same time as Graham Sesford, by the way, 28.816. And this was the final chance for these drivers, because as you can see, Ryan checkered flag is waving, so it's going to be impossible to finish another lap for these guys. They took the checkered flag. Harwood doesn't improve himself. Baxter is not on the track. Plowman won't have a chance at a new lap. I think all the drivers are basically... Oh, look at that, there's Carl Jacolette, who joined us for the final race of the day. Mr. Flip-Flops. First ever winner for year 1 racing. And I have to say once again, those flip-flops look absolutely amazing with the British flag, his number 42, his name, and the team name, the team colors, of course, which are also the sponsor colors. But like we said, like we just got noticed, like they say to us in the chat, of course this company does, and we are not being paid by them. But if they want to send me flip-flops, I will gladly accept it as a payment. Their business is costume-made flip-flops, so you can do them even with the Hello Kitty or whatever you want. So hopefully they can have another spectacular race at the front. But once again, I think, Ryan, the talking point of the day is that the 4 drivers in the first 4 spots are Fury Simsport guys, and then we have Rivet, and then once again Fury Simsport, and then the Result Clothing guys, who I have to say, the Result Clothing boys haven't really been in the mix for the victory today.
Yeah, I was just about to say it's been a bit of a strange one. The Result Clothing guys have not been. They've kind of been in the top 10, but not where you expect them to be in the seat in this Monday Cup. Normally they're there and thereabouts up at the front, but tonight they're just kind of. I don't know. They've not been really up there challenging like I thought they would be. I think it's been a bit of a. I don't know if it's just the track not suiting them, or maybe struggling a little bit, or maybe just when you've got quicker drivers from teams like Fury Simsport, it's kind of it makes it harder for them to be up at the front challenging. As just waiting for qualifying to come to a finish, and then we'll take you through the grid in a few moments' time.
Exactly, as the sun is peeking from behind the clouds, creating this fantastic lighting effect. As I was doing some nostalgic sim racing in the weekend, and I took GTR2 around for a spin, and that was basically the first game to have proper day-night cycle and rain in a racing simulator, and it is still holding on quite nicely after all these years, I have to say. We've made many strides with the modern simulators, but that was, I think, one of the first proper road racing simulators I've ever driven in my life. Yes, iRacing is of course fantastic, but if you want to go for an old school kind of drive, I think it's still available on Steam. But enough of my nostalgic moments. The starting grid for this race 3.
Absolutely. Yeah, we're just about to take you through the grid. Edward Rapraga takes pole position for race 3. Nick Hardwood qualifies alongside him in second. Sam Baxter qualifies in third. Alongside him is Martin Plowman. Alex Rivet is in fifth. Dan Blake's in sixth. Seventh place is Carl Hardy. Eighth place is David Ayers. Ninth place is Carl Jackalate. 10th place is Mick Barry. 11th place is Graham Sessford. 12th place is Craig Jones. 13th place is Ben Sharp. 14th place is Anthony Ainsworth. 15th is Simon Wotton. 16th is Dale Benison. 17th place is John Moore. Alongside him is David Hampson. 19th place is Luke Stevens. And in 20th place is Josh Ladd. I'm not sure if that's a legit name or not, but anyway, is 21st is Sergio Mura. 22nd, Brian Holmes. 23rd, Steve Efford. 24th is Kip Stevens. 25th is Tom Edwards. 26th is Edward May. 27th Benjamin Mears. And 28th is Marco Greensman, I think it is. So yeah, that's your grid for the final race of the evening, and we're just waiting for some of the cars to line up in the grid. So some of the pro guys, we know will probably start in the pits, but yeah, just waiting for this grid to get lined up, and we'll should be on the race, on the way rather, for the final race of the evening. I'm just watching the grid, just looking at the grid now, and yeah, it looks like most of the cars are on the grid. And I think, as it stands, I think we've got one car, one car still waiting to grid. The lights are just coming on now, and we'll be on the way for the final race of the evening. It gets a great start off the line. Nick Hardwood gets a great start off the line as well. And then round outside of Alex Rivet is ahead, and it looks like Plowman might get the.
Very nice start so far, not many contacts. Luckily we didn't have the classic turn 1 incidents, and it's Raprager, Harwood and Baxter, the first 3 guys, as we have some battling here. Oh, someone went very hard. I think it's Dale Bennison, straight into the fence, and also Ben Muse has been involved in the contact, as we have a pass for the lead with Nick Harwood making his move on the number 14 machine of his teammate. So I think we have a little bit of an issue with Ryan, so side by side once again. We've seen this many times tonight. 2 Fury Simsport guys with Baxter, also of Fury Simsport, in P3. Plowman is in P4, Hardy in P5, as they almost go 3 wide, with Raprager gaining the lead once again. But Harwood will have the inside in this corner, bouncing hard on the curb and getting just for a second the lead back. Now side by side once again. Baxter is also trying to find an opening to join the party and maybe make a double move. I don't know if he will be able to go for it, or if that is a smart decision. Harwood throws the car on the inside curb once again, gets the lead back. We have to be super careful around this complex of corners here. Super easy to get a slowdown, and in the first lap the slowdown is so tough on you. As Raprager risks, and I hear in the background that maybe Ryan is back with us.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that. It looks like Discord's playing up for me at times, so yeah, that will. Yeah, Discord's playing up anyway, so yeah. Someone's in the wall and Sunset Bend.
Yeah, they keep oh wow, massive wreck, massive. Oh, and they're still wrecking, and someone is crabbing wildly. We will go back to that as soon as possible. 3 wide for the lead. Oh, Baxter! Baxter and Plowman! And Plowman is off. The 2 teammates. I mean, it's tough to not hit your teammate when you have 5 5 of them in the front of the pack. As we keep hearing car spinning, that is Carl Hardy pointing in the wrong direction. Everything is happening here now side by side. It's look at Jacolet gaining 5 places and getting past his teammate Alex Rivet to go up to P4. So Fury Sport 1, 2, 3, and then Year 1 Racing 1, 2 in 4th and 5th.
Yeah, I was just about to say there was issues for Martin Plowman and a couple of the Fury Simsport guys, and yeah, it's all seems to be kicking off.
Oh, Simon Watton, I think. No, it's Josh Ladd and Sergio Moura off in the wall as well. Like I said, race 3, everyone wants to finish on a high, and you try moves that maybe you didn't go for in race 1 and race 2.
Yeah, absolutely. It seems to be race 3 is kicking off, and everyone's just lost their head a little bit. But looking back up at the front with Nick Harwood, and yeah, Edward is right behind him, and Sam Bax is in third. Just to check as well. Do I sound okay, Marco?
Yes, loud and clear.
Okay, yeah. As I say, Discord's playing up for me for some reason. So yeah, it's it's kind of just trying to say something when I can, or Discord's not playing up. But as we ride on board with Edward Rapraga in second, as Sam Bax is in third place as well, and yeah, it's Marco. I have to say, Marco, it's just absolutely mayhem in race 3. It seems to be. I thought everyone was going to be sensible, but it seems that I'm not sure how to describe the action.
No, it's been absolutely crazy, and of course we will see now how the top 5 will behave, because they have a decent lead. Oh, I should say the top 6, because also we have David Ayres in the front pack, and then there's a little bit of a gap, you see, to Edward May, Anthony Ainsworth, drivers that all had some problems running wide or having to slow down to avoid crashes in these first couple of laps, as lap 3 starts. 5 minutes and a half on the clock, and yeah, the battle for P1 is absolutely crazy, with 6 guys potentially in the hunt for the race win, as Jacolet goes wide.
Oh, Jacolet is on the gravel, and Rivet's off as well. Yeah, I'm just looking at the front, Marco. It looks like the battle for the lead comes down from Nick Harwood down to how many cars have we got? One. Oh, I thought Praga was going to run into the back of him. Just looking as well. One of the result clothing guys is in with a chance of this win as well. David Ayres. We've not really seen much of him this evening, but he's right up there in the leading pack. And yeah, it's a good drive so far from David, but we've still got a long way to win this race.
Absolutely, as the top 3, thanks to this, little bit of a moment, I think, for Jacolet, have been able to pull away from. I apologize profusely for this, our third man in the booth. Raprager goes wide.
Oh, Raprager's wide. It looks like Sam Baxter's alongside him, and Sam Baxter's going to take that position and move up into second place. That was a mistake from Rapraga. They allowed Sam Baxter up there to take the position, and he's up into second place. And I wonder if he can maybe try and make a move and try and close the gap down to Nick Harwood.
If you look on the right side of your screen, you see the beautiful, beautiful sunset, which is one of my favorite parts of the Sebring 12-hour race in real life, as Raprager is on the inside of his teammate, as they go side by side. Also in the back, Rivet and Ayres. So 2 sets of drivers fighting it out into Sunset Bend, as you can see.
I'm sorry, Marco. I just can't stop laughing because
I apologize. Sadly, I cannot, physically leave the commentary booth and do something about it. So yeah, absolutely apologize. But I was saying, it's so beautiful to see the sunset in real life in Sebring, and this one in iRacing, it looks absolutely the part. In real life, it's time for the citrus trees to, they get all the pollen in the air when the 12-hour race is done. and so the sunset is like this bright orange color. It's so amazing every year. It never ceases to amaze me. And in iRacing, we have a very, very nice representation of it.
Yeah, absolutely. That was about to bring me to my next point as well. I have to say I'm liking the transition as this race goes on. It started to get in a sunset and it's slowly starting to get like more not dark, but it's starting to get more shadowy, if that makes sense. But looking at this battle between Edward Rapraga and Sam Baxter as well, this battle between them hasn't cost them that much. But what they are doing is closing the gap down to Nick Harwood. And as we look back in the field as well, we look at this battle for P5 between Alex Rivet and David Ayres, and David Ayres was trying to take a look up the inside, but Rivet manages to hold that position as as Ben Mears makes a move up the inside of Carl Hardy as well. And
Sorry. And no, I got an instant notification because both Harwood and Raprager went wide there. And so apologies for Ben because he was making a nice overtake, but they both went wide to leaders. Now Baxter didn't need anything more inviting than this. And yeah, I think we will have a great run. And Jacolette has joined once again after losing a little bit of ground. So once again we have a 4-car battle for the lead with Rivet losing, as you can see right here, a bit of ground, and together with him David Ayres also dropping a little bit behind the top 4 as we get into Sunset Bend for the 4th time, and you can see why it is called Sunset Bend.
Absolutely, as we just look at the sunset and on the entry of Sunset Bend, and yeah, it looks so beautiful as we ride on board with Edward Rapraga in the lead, but Nick Harwood is right behind him as it head down to turn 1, and I wonder if Nick will try and make a move into turn 1. He's going for it as Nick is up the inside, but Edward's on the outside. That can Edward try and keep the lead and get the better run on the exit of turn 1? But yeah, it looks like Edward does manage to retain the lead for now with Nick right behind him, and not far behind these two guys is Sam Baxter.
Yeah, nothing to show for there for Harwood. Harwood as Raprager keeps the position, and like you said, Baxter is there. Jacolette is there, biding his time. Rivet 0.8 of a second in front of David Ayres, but 2 seconds behind Jacolette. So, oh, look at that, the move from Jacolette. I say he was waiting, he's not waiting anymore. And he knows, when you see that you are in 4th, and you see that there are 3 teammates in front of you, you are maybe start to think, if I want to pass them, I have to pass them one by one. And, there is it's very, very tough that these guys will fight against each other and, slow themselves down, or not too much. Or you cannot expect to profit from some contact or something like that. So he needs to make his moves quickly if he wants to get into the lead, as Raprager and Harwood once again side by side. They have behaved a lot. They've been side by side for basically the entirety of race 2, and still now, and they are not making mistakes. As Jacolette side by side once again.
Yep, Jacolette's going for the move. He's going for 3rd place. Oh, can he try and get the move done? As oh, that was a bit naughty from Carl, but managed to get the move done as Nick Harwood and Edward Rapraga are going at it again for the lead. And I think I agree with you, Marco. Harwood and Rapraga have been giving each other plenty of space and plenty of respect when battling each other, and it's great to see as Harwood goes for the move into Sunset Bend. And I think I'm just looking at the timing now. I believe we'll have 2 laps to go next time by.
Yes, it's going to be close, but I think it will be this lap and 2 more. Ooh. Baxter risking everything. And I don't know how, but he managed to save the car there, even though, of course, he lost quite a bit of exit speed, and now he's in the clutches of Alex Rivet, who already completed the move. But maybe Baxter can respond.
Contact!
And there goes Rivet. Oh, and he also hit the barrier there, so he's going to have some damage. Let's see.
Yeah.
Yeah, the car is not going straight, sadly. I see some damage you know,
Oh,
steering.
is it? Yeah.
Oh,
He's got-
Carlardi. Oh,
Oh, contact between Hardy and Ben Mears.
I think that was, yeah, the only Automech no-kill car on the grid, and that is the end of the race for Carlardi. Big,
Yeah, I
big
think,
hit.
yeah, it was a big hit into the wall. As a yeah, that was unfortunate for Carl Hardy. I think he just got slightly pushed into the wall. I don't think it was anything intentional from Ben, but yeah, it was just one of those things that on that corner, sometimes someone on the inside will just push wide because of the when you go over the bumper and settles the car a little bit. So yeah, I think it was just a racing incident and just one of those things is someone's getting a bit sideways there. Yeah, just looking at rider on board with David Thompson at the moment. I think he's down in P11 at the moment, and excuse me, as we look back up at the front of this battle between Nick Harwood and Edward Rapraga, and yeah, I think it looks like it's a four-car battle for the win as David Ayres has dropped back ever so slightly. Yeah, a four-car battle for the win between Nick Harwood, Edward Rapraga, Carl Jacquelette, and Sam Baxter, and I think as we go down to this back straight, I think this the next lap will be the last lap.
Yeah, they have around 30 seconds to make it back to the start-finish line, or we will have another lap. Or we will not have another lap, but I think iRacing will give them another one regardless. I'm quite confident about it. Let's see. If we get a checkered flag on the top left of your screen!
Oh, Hardy sideways.
Harwood! Oh no!
Nice
Oh,
one.
unbelievable!
Oh no.
As
Ah,
yes,
mamma mia.
you are absolutely right. White flag is in the air, and that was a shocking moment for Nick Harwood.
Yeah, that
I
was
saw
unlucky
him
for Nick
lose the
Harwood.
car. You see, mid corner.
Yeah, it looks like he just got. It looked like either Markway got too much power or put too much power down on the exit, or just lost it over the bump.
And you can see he's having a bit of problems with his steering. And
Yeah,
he decides smartly to park the car.
that was unlucky for Nick. He was having a brilliant race, and I was looking forward to that battle for the win and going down to the last lap. But Carl Jacquelette is not far behind Edward Rapraga. I think if they if Carl can close the gap under braking on Edward, he could still be in a chance of winning this race possibly.
I'm sure he can if he gets a good exit out of the, entering the final straight. Alman Straight, I think it's called, the backstretch before Sunset Bend. He can definitely go for it due to the massive slipstream of this car, and it's unbelievable to me that we have been on for 2 hours with the stream, and these 2 hours really flew by, and we are in the last lap of the evening, and what great fun we had, and what better advertisement could this be for tomorrow's event, with also the pros running for the race win, and we will have, I think, a massive entry list as well. But we still have a matter to decide. The winner of race 3, Raprager and Jacquelette. Will Jacquelette go for it? He's made a mistake there. And I think that will decide it, with Raprager running towards the sunset and running towards race 3 victory.
Yeah, absolutely. As, we're riding on board with Edward Rapraga heading down to Sunset Bend on the final lap, and I have to say it's been quite an eventful final race of the evening, but it's been great fun, great racing as always on Monday, and on a Monday I should say, as Edward comes out the final corner and is coming up to the line, and he will take the win in the final race of the evening in race 3. And behind him is Carl Jacquelette. He just finished his second at the line from for Sam Baxter, I should say, in third place. And I think we'll wait for the rest of the field to come across the line, and we will take you through the results in a few moments' time. As one of the Excite guys gets sideways in the background, that's Brian J Holmes, or Brian Holmes, I should say. It is.
That car will need a bit of repairs, I am afraid. Dan Blake been not at his best today, down to in this race. I have to say, down to P16. I'm sure he was involved in something because he lost 10 spots from his starting place. Now defending from Ben Sharp, who also dropped 4 positions. He was in contention for the race win in race 2, but sadly crashed on the final lap. We also had we just had an unbelievable moment with the leader crashing on the white flag, basically in the final corner. Nick Harwood, and this is the last battle we are having for today. Is Sharp going for it? It's only P16, but a lot of pride and personal satisfaction on the line. I think Blake will keep P15. And so he does.
Yeah, I think that's excuse me. I think that's most of the field across the line now, and
Waiting for Edward May and John Moore. Here's Edward, and John is on the backstretch and getting the nice TV time we always give to the final car to cross the start-finish line in the third race of the day. Because last but not least, and he's giving us...
Oh, he spit eyes into the wall.
I thought he was giving us some nice drifting, but instead I think he just lost the car. And...
yeah, I think he's steering damage. Come on, John, get to the line. Get it up, boy.
Sometimes you risk flipping the car when it has this much steering damage, you know, so hopefully he can get to the start-finish line regardless. Here he comes, and
Yay.
that, yeah, is P22 sorted. And yeah, more damage to that car, which was a bit unnecessary, sadly. But when you have no steering, what can you do? We have the race results for race 3.
Absolutely. Yep, results are up on your screen now. Edward Prager takes the final race of the evening. Kawajaki finishes in second. Third place is Sam Baxter. Fourth place is David Ayres. Fifth place is Steve Hefford. Sixth place is Alex Rivet. Seventh place is Anthony Ainsworth. Eighth place is Kip Stevens. Ninth place is David Hampson. 10th place is Benjamin Mears. 11th place is Brian Holmes. 12th place is Dale Benison. 13th place is Nick Hardwood. 14th place is Craig Jones. 15th place is Dan Blake. 16th is Ben Sharp. 17th is Graham Sessford. 18th is Edward May. 19th is John Moore. And the rest of the field was either one lap down or not classified or either retired.
Yes, and we have an interview for you, and I think, yes, it is Alex Rivet from Year 1 Racing. Ryan, take it away.
Give me a second. I just had to put my headset back on. Yeah, Alex. It looked like a pretty eventful evening for you out there.
Yeah, it was rather interesting on track this evening. I had so much pace, but I felt like I couldn't use it.
What did you think of Sebring for the MX5 with the full layout and not the club layout? Was it better than you expected? Was it good fun?
Yeah, well, there was a little bit of debate on the track initially, because I think initially it was supposed to be just the club layout. Our team put a lot of practice into the club layout, but yeah, we had to change to the larger track, and I think it went all right. It was probably our slower half of the course due to less practice, but yeah, I think we did all right keeping on pace.
Good to hear. I have to say, just watching you a few times, it looked like you had the pace out there, but just kind of unlucky, I guess. We looked at the replay, or we seen in race 1 that there was a bit of pinball going on between you and Mr. Plowman. That was we were kind of shocked by that. Was it Did you try to make a move up the inside, or was it just kind of misjudgment of the breaking point, or just a mistake on your part?
I think I had more speed than intended, but I was going for my braking zone, and I didn't realise how early the Fury Simsport guys were braking. We just had completely different lines around that corner, and I'd realised too late that they were slowing down, so I sort of had to send it and avoid it. But yeah, it was more crash avoidance. It was not meant to be a move.
Yeah, I thought it was just a mistake on your part, and as I said on the broadcast, it was nothing intentional. It was just kind of just a misjudgment. But yeah, is there anyone that you'd like to give a thanks to? Any teammates, sponsors, anyone else?
Just a thanks to Year One Racing, and actually Marcelo Pagnan. He gave me a few tips just before the race as well, and that was super helpful. So yeah, thanks to both of those.
Good to hear. Thanks for popping in the booth, Alex, and we'll wish you luck for next week. I'm not sure what track it is. You any idea, Marco?
Like I said, I know that the final round is at Bathurst, but for the life of me, I cannot remember which one is the track that we are going next.
I'm just checking now. Yeah, it's Bathurst. So yeah, yeah, we'll look forward to seeing you there, Alex, and wish you all the best.
Yeah, cheers, thanks, and you guys.
Thank you very much. As we're just looking to see if anyone else is waiting to be interviewed, and I think we've got Dan Blake, Martin Plowman, and Mick Barry. And who do you fancy taking for an interview, Marco?
I say we take Mick Barry, and then because it's a pleasure to have him back on the track, and then we get Dan Blake and Martin Plowman together. What do you say?
Yeah, let's go for it.
And
yeah.
Mick Barry is in the house.
Good evening, Ryan. Good evening, Marco.
Hey.
How are you doing, guys?
Yeah, we're doing good. How was it? How was it for you this evening, Mick? Also, it's good to see you back on track, buddy, after your health issues. How was it from your point of view?
It was nice to get back. It was a bit rusty to start with, as you can imagine. I haven't been on track really properly for a couple of weeks, so it was just a gentle run out. I was sort of giving these Tuesday nights a miss for the moment till operation and recovery and everything. So I'm just going to do some Monday nights for now and just get back into it.
That's good to hear. And yeah, as we said in the broadcast, it's been good to see you back as well. And I guess not in a bad way, but you weren't right up there. But I guess kind of is just in a way, it's good to be back out in track, just having fun again. And yeah, will you be around for next week?
Yeah, definitely be around for Bathurst next week. Like I say, it was just getting back out on track, to be honest, tonight, and just running around. I wasn't, pushing things, and I knew I wasn't gonna get anywhere tonight. It was just getting out and just getting a feel of it all again, to be honest.
Good to hear. Is there anyone that you want to give a shout out to? Any teammates, sponsors, or friends or family?
Yeah, definitely. Just big thank you to all the BSR guys because they've been absolutely brilliant. Loads of support off the guys, and big thanks to the guys at Result Clothing, Result Racing. It's been a dream working with those guys, and we have a really good giggle. And with a lot of the pro guys, Steve Hefford, Peter Vankel, those guys give us a lot of help and a lot of coaching. So just big thanks to all the guys at BSR because they've been absolutely brilliant and loads of support from them, well wishes and thanks, and you can't say more.
Yeah, absolutely. I'll have to agree with that. Like after when we heard about your health issues, everyone was so from what I seen anyway. Everyone was so supportive, and they kind of like wish you well and wish you a good recovery and get well as well.
Well, yeah, definitely. I'll hopefully get the op out of the way in the next 6 weeks, and then it's going to be sort of a 12-week recovery time, and then back out on track and hopefully join in for the rest of the seasons coming ahead.
Great to hear. And yeah, we'll look forward. Will you be around tomorrow, or are you giving that a miss?
No, I'm going to do the hosting side of it, but I'm not actually going to race. Like I say, I'm just going to do the Monday nights. And also just a big thanks to you guys at Apex because again, you've given us loads of support and some brilliant commentary and some brilliant coverage for Mondays and the Tuesday nights. So thanks very much.
Right, thanks, Mick, and thanks for popping in the booth as well. And yeah, we look forward to seeing you next Monday, and also seeing you tomorrow for the hosting side of things.
Brilliant. Lovely to chat to you guys. Thanks a lot, and you take care.
Take care, buddy.
Bye-bye, guys.
And now we have a hat trick of Fury Sport drivers: Dan Blake, Martin Plowman, Nick Harwood. I think we bring them all together to have a nice party with them, and I imagine for them it has been a nice night of racing, considering that at some point in race 2 you had 5 cars in the front of the field. Hello, guys.
Ciao Marco.
Ciao.
Ciao.
So, Dan Blake, to have all these Fury Sport cars at the front of the pack, it must have been a nice feeling.
Yes, it's nice. They've been watching me racing the series throughout the season, and they've enjoyed what they've seen on the broadcast, and decided to come along. And week by week, we've had more drivers on, and yeah, it's been the first 2 races were really good. The Fury SimSport Taco MP Racing Absolute Unit MX5 has been a fantastic car to run. At the race 3, I had a bit of a problem where into Sunset I made a mistake, and I think
You basically ran out of talent, yeah?
Yeah, massive lack of talent there, but I've just been trying to work on the championship really in between me and Carl Hardy. That's my main aim. I probably will get moved up to pro next year, but I want to win the championship like anyone would.
Martin, you raced in Sebring in 2012, if I'm not mistaken. How does it compare to the real life this one on iRacing, and of course driving in a different car, an LMP2 then and a little MX5 today?
To be honest, like the car is very different, and but the track is the same. But you will not have as much fun driving this MX5 as you do in real life. For me, that second race was probably the most fun I've ever had in sim racing, and it's probably like top 10 in real life as well. We had 6 of our team cars battling at the front, and we were kind of looking after each other. But then we kind of talk amongst ourselves in the race, and then to start that last lap, we were just like, you know what, we're just going to send it, just go for it, and went from 6th to 2nd on that last lap, and the amount of banter and jokes between us, it's really good fun.
And of course, Nick Harwood had very good race 2, and then race 3. What happened in that penultimate lap in the final corner?
Yeah, thanks. It was a great time racing with everyone today, and yeah, I just like Martin said, there was plenty of banter going around in our channel, so I got a little distracted, I think, and we were cutting up a little bit, and I think I was laughing too hard, and I lost my concentration.
Which at least you crash when you're laughing. It's better than to crash and be angry. So at the very least there is this side. But I mean, you guys had absolutely fantastic pace tonight, and you really were working together. And it's always nice to have all these cars at the front of the pack, even though when it comes to go time, you have to say, okay, they are my teammates, but they want to go for the win. Honestly, I wouldn't know what to do in that position, Dan.
Yeah, it was a really good race in race 2. We sort of all decided we wanted to try and get away from the pack in the first half of the race. It's a shame Ben Sharp, our other teammate, had an off with a couple of laps to go. We would have made it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, but unfortunately, he had a little moment. But it was great racing, and also.
Well, what really happened was he went through turn 1 and he got distracted by the burger van.
Typical.
Okay, guys, it was a pleasure to have you once again. We will wait for you next Monday as well. Before we let you go, anyone you would like to thank?
Go ahead, guys.
Well, we'd like to thank the taco lovers of the world. Yay, taco.
Okay, thank you very much, guys. And
wait, I've got one question for Martin.
Oh yeah, okay, go.
What is when are you revealing your plans for the new season?
Well, we've officially announced that Calvin Fletcher and I will be returning to British GT, so that's definitely going ahead. We are with HD and Aston Martin. So that's also out there. But we've got a really exciting new partner, which we can't share just yet. But watch this space in the next few weeks. There's going to be a big car reveal, the announcement with the sponsor and the livery. So we're really excited about that.
Oh, good stuff, and yeah, good news about you and Kelvin. I have to say, I was quite impressed by you guys in the British GT last season. It was, I'm looking forward to seeing the same this season. So yeah, keep us updated how you get on, and we'll give you a shout out in the broadcast.
Oh, I appreciate that. No, I think there's a lot of expectation and putting pressure on ourselves. Finishing second in the pro-am last year, but I think with Calvin's pace and how he's improving, there's no reason why we can't aim higher and try to get an overall GT4 podium, or even try fight for the overall GT4 championship. I mean, it's going to be really tough. A lot of new entries this year, but we've got a good team. Good new car. Calvin's going to keep improving, and then it's just down to me to do my job.
Good stuff. Yeah, thanks for joining us, guys, and yeah, we wish you luck for the final round of the series, I should say, next week at Bathurst.
Brilliant. Cheers, guys.
Thank you, guys.
And okay, these were the Fury Sim Sport guys, and last but not least, we have one final interview for the night. It's Simon Watton for Year One Racing. Hello, Simon.
Hi there, Marco. How are we doing?
Doing fine, doing fine. Ryan, take it away.
Yeah, Simon, how did that go for you from your point of view this evening?
It's not been the best, I'll be fair. I keep getting caught up with silly accidents, but yeah, it kept causing me massive damage, so I felt like I was in the pits more than the track.
Yeah, we noticed a few times during race 1, 2, and 3 that some people were having issues over the bumps. Maybe just some slight little mistakes, nothing major, but it just seemed that people were being caught out. And yeah, it seems if you get it wrong over the bumps, especially in the final corner and turn 1, it seems to bite you.
It does, yeah. I think I've took on Steve Cooley's hat, because I know when we used to watch this a few weeks and months ago, which is what actually got me into racing. I've only been doing this for about a month and a half, so yeah, it's funny watching those races and then being part of the pile-ups, but I'm sure I'll get better up the pack. But there's some good races out there. Year One Racing is awesome. It's really cool to be part of the team now. Yeah, and everyone's just really supportive, so it's great, really.
Good to hear. Is there any shout outs that you'd like to give? Teammates, friends, families, or anyone else?
Big shout out to Steve Cooley, who really got me into this. He's away on holiday at the moment, so that's probably you've not seen him on the track tonight, but he'll be back in a few days. And also everyone at Year One Racing, Graham Sessford, he's been brilliant and taking me on as part of the team. So yeah, everyone, it's really, really good team effort, really. And yeah, I'm really enjoying myself.
Good to hear. And yeah, thanks for popping in the booth.
Simon,
I forgot your first name. Sorry.
No, it's all right. No, I've been trying to get on Discord for quite a while, so it's great to be part of it now. And yeah, I'm sure you'll hear plenty more of me soon.
Good to hear. We wish you luck for the final round next week at Bathurst, and yeah, we look forward to seeing you on track as always.
It's going to be epic. Thank you very much for having me on.
Thanks, buddy.
Thank you.
Yeah, I think that's everyone being interviewed, Marco. And what's your final thoughts for this evening?
Great racing, proper track. These guys did the best they could, considering it's one of the toughest tracks in iRacing for the reason we have explained in the beginning of the broadcast. And the situation is not going to get any easier when they go to Mount Panorama next time around. So it's going to be another epic night of racing, 3 races as well. And just as I say this, if you can look at the stream right now, the track has just switched into night mode, and the stadium lights are on. So, but I have to say, more than the night race, I absolutely enjoyed this glorious sunset for race 3, which really made it so much better. Everyone tried their best in race 3. We had a little more crashes than race 1 and race 2, but it really showed that these guys wanted to do their best, wanted to win. And it's also so nice to have such a relaxed environment in this championship as well. Everyone easier to have fun and to improve themselves, and they don't think too much about championship points, which are taken for statistical purposes, but they just want to have fun. They see the race on like Simon just said, they saw the racing on Apex a few weeks ago, and he wanted to get involved. And it's a free car on iRacing. We run some very very popular tracks, and it's only 2 quid for 3 races of fun, and you get on TV as well. So, like I said, what more can you want? And Bathurst is going to be even more epic as well, because the track is absolutely amazing. So, but apart from that, Ryan, I'd say that also is going to be a fantastic week this week on Apex Racing TV as well, because we are going to have, like we said during the broadcast, many series on iconic racetracks. We just had Sebring at Monza tonight in the BSR Monday Cup and the World GT. We have the Rick tonight, this night between Monday and Tuesday on Motegi. On Wednesday we are having the World F3 once again. Sadly, I don't remember the track, and of course we have the Le Mans series at Le Mans. Tuesday, tomorrow, of course, the MX5s. Once again from Sebring. So will be the Radicals on Thursday. No Sim Racers World GT Championship, but they will come back next week from Sebring. The Friday is off. Saturday double header with the Apex Racing TV 90-minute special event from Bathurst with the IMSA cars, and of course the Euro V8s from Imola, and Sunday once again from Monza, the Apex Racing League 3.5 Championship. So I think that that's your week sorted and more.
Absolutely. Excuse me. Absolutely. That just about wraps things up for tonight, and it was good. I enjoyed commentating on the MX5 Monday Cup around Sebring, and I'm looking forward to racing in the Tuesday series tomorrow at Sebring. So, as Barker says, plenty of action to keep you keep you occupied, I should say, for this week, and plenty of stuff to look out for. And don't forget to check out the final round of the Monday Cup next week at Bathurst and here on Apex Racing TV. But from me, from Marco, thanks for watching, and we will see you next time.